Good morning. Welcome. Welcome at the ceremony of the graduation of the 12th ETIA course. Let me start by saying, better late than never. We wanted to do this graduation, as usual, end of June. And there's no reason for apologies, because we couldn't do anything. You couldn't do anything, we couldn't do anything. But I congratulate all our students that they managed, in spite of being the Corona class, to finish the studies and to have the graduation today. So congratulations already now from my side, and welcome to you. There are 15 participants from 5 countries, 3 continents, small countries, big countries, a large number of Austrians, and a good number of women in this course. 2/3 of you are women. It is good to have you all here and to say thank you for coming for this occasion here to this place. I welcome not only all the relatives, family, friends who are here. Welcome also all those who follow us online. There is a live stream of this occasion because, as you know, we are limited, not in the warmth of what we want to do, but limited in the number of people we are allowed to have in this room. The number is 90. I'm a historian, even I get now interested in figures and numbers and virology and you name it. But actually, I think this shows us something. This shows us how interrelated all things are in what we are doing. And this was the basis of the ETIA program. That it's good to have this interrelationship also understood by those who in the future will work in the international field and also in the environmental technology field. So my thanks go to our partners, Professor Martens, Dean Martens, and to all the faculty members present here. My thanks go to our sponsors, the Stipendienstiftung of the Academy, but also the provinces. I think Dr. Ortner is with us today from the Office of the Federal Government of Lower Austria. My thanks goes certainly also to Professor Dr. Christoph Scharnapraw, who is one of our sponsors. Welcome also today, and you will have a special role, as usual, as we are proud to say. And I welcome also Ambassador Königsbrunn from the Ministry of European and International Relations, head of the Personnel Department. And certainly, as I said, to the faculty, Professor Puxbaum and Professor Loibl, who are the spirits of this program. And to all family, friends, and to my own staff here and the staff also of the University, Technological University of Vienna. This is a special class, not only because it's Corona times, but also because of, among other things, the way you named your course. I quote something: "I surely would not be in this room today without the determined efforts of men and women who kept dreams alive." I guess you know who said that. It was Ruth Bader Ginsburg at her confirmation hearings for the US Supreme Court. And you named your course after her, Notorious ETIA, in reference to Notorious RPG, a contemporary hero of justice. We hope that you will achieve as much as she did. I think you have the best perspectives because, as soon-to-be graduates, you are generalists in the best sense of the word. You managed to understand different fields of knowledge in different disciplines. You learn to understand political and economic implication, constraints, what's possible, what's not possible. And that is good. And you learn professional expertise in environmental technology. So continue to move within and across the disciplines, analyze developments from different angles, and be critical of what other people tell you, be they wiser or not. Just to let you know, among our previous graduates, we have around 50% working in private business, including consulting, energy, environment-related issues, international organization and public service present another third of our graduates' career. So I guess in your thinking about what to do in the future, for those who are not yet clear, both sides, the private sector and the business sector, may play a role. And I can assure you that it's different from the past. Nowadays, you can really move. Sometimes you have to move between these sectors. But it's good that even the public sector is now ready to move in and out in the career time. If ever there needed to be a proof how important things are that you studied, the last proof was given by the most powerful man in the world. I guess at an ETIA graduation, one has to mention Donald Trump, especially because he tried to be an expert in a field that you for 2 years had been handling when he talked about explosive trees. And he said that trees in Europe, and especially in Austria, maybe also in Finland, are more explosive than in California. I am sure you have learned how to prevent big fires through thinning the fuel. And you understand what a forest city means. Maybe better, I'm sure better, than the President of the United States. But this is not only by chance. This is where we live. This is what we need to know, these sort of things. They happen in politics, they happen even in predictions of scientists. So be careful and try to make sure that you know what you're speaking about. So, sorry, I'm not criticizing any American president here now. What we experience are massive forest fires, heat waves, nearly 40 degrees in Siberia, and this is a different time. And we are even heading towards a seasonally ice-free Arctic Ocean. And only a week ago, I read that the Arctic sea ice likely reached its annual minimum extent of 3.7 million square kilometers, the second lowest in the satellite records that we have. And the National Snow and Ice Data Center in the US called this as an exclamation point on the downward trend in the Arctic Sea extent, and as another nail in the coffin. Nail in the coffin. Please, these are not only figures, as you know. Please make sure to carry on as enthusiastically as you started your studies here. Try to do something about this. It's not about the theory of what an SDG is or any of these sort of purely academic issues. Preserve your idealism and help to make this world a better place. Big words, I know, but I want actually to let you go with these big words. So enjoy this following ceremony. You will leave here as a DA and TU alumni, and I wish you all the best for your future. Thank you.
A very good morning also from my side. My name is Bob Martens. I'm the acting dean for continuing education at Vienna University of Technology, and I'm delighted to be here again with you. Your observation, dear Ambassador Brix, regarding explosive wood is a very interesting one. I tend to be in the summertime in Finland with my family-in-law. I'm, so to say, the cheap forestry labor from Central and Eastern Europe. I'm doing a lot of woodwork. We are using this for the sauna, but I cannot state that the birch in Finland is more explosive as in Austria. But well, we tend to see that these kinds of statements are all around. Indeed, for all of us, it has been a very special year. We have been doing things and doing nothing and something in between. For example, I made it to the Großglockner this year because it has never been on the list. I even denied to go there, but friends of mine said, "Oh, it's so quiet," and they were true. There was no queuing, there was nobody. Of course, you have to do some work to get there. So some expectations which were not there were settled. Well, if you call this class the Corona class, I would say, well, it has been affecting you in the very last lectures. There were these famous Skype things with Bernice Lee, connection issues, and so on. And in the course of time, we got to know how important it is that people are sitting together in a classroom, exchange immediately without any delay. What we also observed in other classes and with other students, that people are adapting very soon to the media. After a few seconds, the cameras are off, the microphones, because otherwise everybody would hear something about your environment. And also as a teaching staff, you were not sure, are these people really around or are they just logged in? Is there someone? Could you please give a sign of life? We had to also to adjust our way of teaching in order to engage students, which is far more easier in a real life setting. I know that all of you will be missing very much the chemistry, the physics. What I could see is that you were all loving it, isn't it? You would like to have had far more of it, but I think that was enough. Well, overall, two interesting institutions have been gathering together here for quite some time, and it has to be said that the city of Vienna has a large density in terms of academic institutions who are delivering teaching and research work in various fields. Now, the Diplomatic Academy and the TU Wien are very different situations, but we are close to each other. And what can easily happen is that when institutions are so close that you will not meet. But we did. There was a very good reason for that, because we do have complementary fields of expertise, and the reality is so to say saying by way of your participation in these programs that there is a need for such an exchange. The TU Wien is a bit younger, only 5 years or so. So we can see her as the younger sibling from the Diplomatic Academy. But in the course of time, it doesn't bother if it's 200 years, 250, 270. You won't count for that. There are very good reasons to take part in a program like ETIA with a cohort which cannot be characterized by mass studies. That means there is a strong degree of networking activities, and that is not something which is ending today during the, shall I call it, coronation. There's no crown, but you will get a medal, so you can feel like a honorable person afterwards. You will get a diploma. I'm also here not in just a shabby T-shirt. I'm also here to celebrate together with the staff of the academy. There's also the faculty, top-class lecturers who are grounded in real-life experiences and research. And what I admire very much in the ETIA program is that the staff is so much dedicated to the teaching work, also in terms of supervising the master's thesis. I'm not sure whether you can directly translate this into English, but in German you would say Herzblut, maybe the blood from your heart, the genuine blood which is, so to say, giving you a real spirit. That term was already made, spirit, and I think the spirit has been there since ever since. So it's not just something which we display on the day of our graduation. It is there where people are delivering teaching work, where students are, so to say, inhalating this, and overall that is something what will remain in the course of time. Afterwards, we are also following your career, and it's partly remarkable to see what your fellow alumni how they are progressing. Indeed, it's again a clearly female-dominated cohort, and I think that's good. The average age is below 30, and also the mix of nationalities is very fine. In this regard, it does not surprise if the settings are in such an order that quite some of you are passing with distinction. Overall, a degree is a precious thing. It is, to our opinion, very satisfying to work hard for it and to earn it. So this is not a degree for which you make a payment and then after 4 semesters you will get it. No, you will have to attend the lectures. There are assignments, there are examinations, there is a master thesis. This is, by the way, the main reason why not everybody is here attending the ceremony, because the master thesis has to be completed. But that's just a matter of time, I think a few weeks or months. And most likely you were not able to get this settled with the unconditional support of your relatives and your friends. And well, this is more than an argument to celebrate today. So to each and every one of you, I say congratulations and all the best in your professional life. Thank you so much.
A good morning to all of you, also from my side. And most important, to the students, you will be given your certificates of becoming a master of the ETIA program. So you get the Master of Science in Environmental Technology and International Affairs. These certificates you have earned through hard work under very special circumstances in the last months, which is new challenge for all of us to deal with a situation where we, and that is in master programs the normal way, where we can communicate personally with each other. Students, professors, you can go to lectures, you can go to libraries without any restraints. That was a very difficult situation, and hopefully we will not see such a situation again in the near future. Congratulations that you have mastered all these tasks in the last 2 years here at the Diplomatic Academy and at the Technical University of Vienna. Let me just remind you of the challenges you will be dealing with in the future. And I'll just take the example of the Paris Agreement. The Paris Agreement set on an international level goals. It is a legally binding text, but what does it do? It says you need nationally determined contributions from each of the parties. And that has been done by over 190 countries now. But what is the important thing? The implementation of these nationally determined contributions. And that has to be done not only by governments, be local governments, regional governments, federal governments, but also, as Ambassador Brix already pointed out, we need the private sector. We need all sectors of society to implement the Paris Agreement. And that is just an example that international environmental issues can only be addressed if we have a common understanding, if we have all sectors of society involved, and we have all disciplines involved. That is why you had the first year here at the DA and the second year at the Technical University. And in the future, in dealing with environmental issues, I'm sure you will need the knowledge you gained in all these disciplines. Let me just add here with a small remark that some of you have been working very, very hard in the last 2 years, and you will not only get your master's certificates, but you will also get the diploma of the Diplomatic Academy. Congratulations from my side, and all the best for your future.
Dear Ambassador Brix and your staff, let me first congratulate you for this exceptional music you choose this time. I'm absolutely convinced that this is type of fusion is helping us also in our brains to come to modern stages. Dear audience, dear graduates, it was a remarkable year. We have learned a lot, also we in the teaching staff, but you were also a remarkably good group. Yes, it was been mentioned 2 times already. It was really a remarkable good class. And I'm grateful to you and also in particular to our staff at DA and in TU, how these complicated issues were managed and how we professors learned to teach remotely and to use this Zoom stuff and all that. So I thank you very much, all of you, and also the group was, I did not hear remarkable notes that something was too wrong, so it worked really wonderful. And we have now to look forward and to your career, so also all my best wishes to your development, your career, and thank you for choosing this exceptional study. Thank you.
Lisa Beck, Phosphorus Accounting of Lake Atitlán in Guatemala. Brigitte Gerstmann, towards circular resource use, the potential of extending producer responsibility for textile circularity in the EU. Armita Haghi, Challenges of Nuclear Waste Management Accompanying the Nuclear Renaissance in Developing Countries, with a case study of Zambia. Christina Maria Huber, Sustainable Islands, Identifying and Addressing Environmental Pollution Issues on Small Islands, a biogas project on Koh Rong, Cambodia. Anastasia Lazikina, Circular Economy in the Demolition Industry. Joanne Liu, a roadmap to deploy small modular reactors in developing countries to sustainably increase energy access, a case study of Tanzania. David Neal, what influences shifts in electricity production by different energy sources, an application of VAR models to analyze dynamics of electricity production and economic performance. Konstantin Oedl, Financial Mechanisms for Energy Efficiency, comparative study of Austria, India, and Ukraine. Maria Pizarevich, Enabling Sustainable Electricity Grid Infrastructure in Europe, Strategies and Challenges in Austria and Switzerland. Julian Schmidt, On Track Towards Carbon Neutrality, a case study of the climate strategies of major Austrian companies. Thomas Schmidt, Automated Mobility on Demand, a transportation concept for Vienna's metropolitan area. Anja Vujakovic, Nuclear Renaissance in Developing Countries versus the Demand of Emergency Preparedness. Raphael Weinmann, Rebound Effects and Their Implications on Energy Efficiency Goals, an analysis of the EU 2030 and the EU 2050 energy strategies.
Ambassador, Dean, members of the faculty, distinguished guests, and last but not least, dear now graduates. You heard it, you know it, it's been an unusual year. You got challenged and you succeeded under very challenging circumstances. So my sincere congratulations to all of you. But for some of you, there is an extra. My name is Christoph Scharnapraw. I'm the CEO of ARA, one of the key players in the Austrian circular economy. And it's a privilege and a pleasure to acknowledge the best of you. In fact, we are looking for the 3 best students of your class. And they will get a nice certificate, that's more or less for the photo and for your parents. And in addition to that, you will get a monetary prize. There will be a prize of 3,000 euro for the 3rd ranked student of your class. There will be 8,000 euro for the runner-up and 12,000 euro for the top ranked student of your 2020 ETIA class, ETIA 12. It's not upon us to decide who is the best. We have an eminent jury, and I'd like to thank Professors Puxbaum, Loibl, and Stepan and Neudeck, who took all the work and they looked at all your grades of both years, and they did an ETIA point, not ETIA, point ranked, ECTS point ranked weighing. And they came up, the jury came up with 2 surprises. First, we have 3 female awardees, and I think this is terrific. Congratulations. Right. Right. Unfortunately, the third ranked student view cannot be with us today. She is already in South Korea, Yesul Gam. And I think Ms. Stallinger will take all the necessary steps to make the certificate available to our awardee. It leaves two. Second surprise, we have a tie. We have two excellent graduates, and no further words. I'd like to call Christina Huber and Brigitte Gerstmann to come to me and receive the ARA Best Study Awards 2020. Congratulations. All the best, both of you.
Dear Ambassador Brix, dear honorable members of the faculty, of the staff, dear guests, dear Dr. Scharff, it is a great joy and also with great respect that we received this award today here at the infamous Festsaal of the Diplomatic Academy in Vienna, and we would like to take this moment to share a few of our impressions and experience throughout these last 2 years at both the Diplomatic Academy and also the TU Wien.
And I can tell you, it is not an understatement to say that Brigitte and I had the most amazing 2 years through and beyond the ETIA program.
So we did not only sit in French class twice a week for a year, learning how to write a speech, just like this one we're holding here now, but also that it's important to serve an uneven number of cheese on a cheese platter, for example.
We also participated in numerous tastings of beverages of all kinds, sometimes through the DA Wine Society and other times through more and less prestigious events. But we also promoted gender equality, helped revive the student body, the student society ETIA talks, and met with ambassadors, as well as with Federal President van der Bellen personally. And we also threw one or the other memorable party in our functions as head of bar committee and DASI student body vice president at the DA. This is to say, we talked a lot. We talked in public, we talked to honorable guests, and we talked privately to increasingly close friends. We always spoke our minds and often spoke it loudly.
And all the while, we endeavored to gain the maximum possible, academically speaking, throughout these 2 years. This meant long study sessions between the two of us, but also with our dear colleagues, and also many hours spent listening and discussing in class, and always with the intention of truly understanding and deeply understanding the linkages between international, environmental, and technical subject matters.
From learning about environmental law from Professor Loibl and the various schools of international relations at the TA, to not only visiting wind parks and wastewater treatment plants, but also learning how they function at the TU, has allowed us to acquire a diverse and yet specialized pool of knowledge that we believe is fitting for today's challenges and issues. We learned how complex the world is and how modern solutions require interdisciplinary approaches and unbiased cooperation across fields, but most importantly, among people.
And we deeply appreciate that ARA and Professor Scharff, CEO, recognizes the value of this very diverse and very intense program and rewards the strive for excellence. And at this stage, I also would like to express my gratitude to Ambassador Brix, who has continuously supported and promoted the ETIA program. I recall when I think it was right before the string quartet 2 years ago played La Bamba, that you encouraged us to become diplomatic anarchists, and I want to state and assure you that we will continue to take you by your word and try to strive for this too. And furthermore, I would like to express my gratitude to Professor Puxbaum and Professor Loibl, who really guide this program in an excellent way. Furthermore, the staff members, Ms. Stahlinger, Jenny, and Henry, who also ensure smooth running, and all the other professors that are here today. Yes, so.
And with special emphasis, we would like to thank Dr. Christoph Scharnapraw personally for believing in the potential of ETIA graduates and for supporting them so generously. And, you know, receiving this award is truly a great honor and a reward for our efforts over the past 2 years. And while we would like to take this moment to open the cocktail reception now, it is not quite in our capacity to do so. So thank you for your attention. And we give over back to Dr. Scharnapraw. No, you're. Thank you.
Dear Ambassador Brix, Professor Puxbaum, Professor Loibl, Professor Martens, Professor Scharnapraw, dear members of the faculty and administration, dear parents, family and friends, and dear fellow graduates of ETIA 12, given the current situation, we would like to thank you for attending the graduation ceremony. And of course, we are hoping to be able to celebrate with all of those who cannot participate in today's celebration. The past 2 years of studies at the TU and the Diplomatic Academy passed by quickly. The ETIA program has allowed us to experience two sides of the same coin with regards to the climate crisis. On the one hand, we had the political, economical, and legal approaches taught at the DA, and on the other, the scientific and technical approaches at the Technical University. In both cases, we received a warm welcome by the administration, professors, and of course our fellow students. We were a very diverse group with students ranging from a variety of different academic and cultural backgrounds. As such, the diversity not only encouraged interesting discussions and questions during our lectures, but also provided different perspectives and angles to the subjects. In addition to the curriculum, as already mentioned by my colleagues before, we were provided with the opportunity to enroll in extra courses, including languages, career perspectives, and extracurricular activities. Outside of class, many of us became friends, worked and studied in groups, sharing notes and learning from one another during all-nighters a day before the exam. The most valuable lesson, however, was experiencing how to be diplomatic and rational during difficult times. For me personally, what I learned from being part of this group was equally, if not more valuable, pertaining to the matters discussed in our lectures, and I will always be grateful to my colleagues for that. Before passing on to my fellow course speaker, Thomas, I would also like to thank him for the collaboration, and it was a pleasure to share this task with you. And most importantly, congratulations and thank you to the Notorious ETIA of 2020. I would like to end my speech with a piece of wisdom by Rumi and a message to my colleagues. Run from what's comfortable, forget safety, live where you fear to live, destroy your reputation, be notorious.
Distinguished guests, also a very warm welcome from my side. First of all, I would like to thank Armita as well for her words and also for the collaboration in the past year and working together with her as a co-speaker. It was a great experience and a great pleasure, which I would not want to miss. Furthermore, I would like to thank the administration and teaching staff of both the DA and the TU in general, but especially for their achievements and efforts in the past months during the Corona crisis. I'm sure it was a tough time, particularly in the beginning, and even though our course was not as affected as much, the organization and support we received helped us to finish our degree successfully. The Corona crisis gave us unexpectedly much time to work on our thesis and finish it, and also to prepare for our defensio. However, it posed some new problems to some of us as well. Research and study trips could not be made, thesis topics were overthrown and had to be completely rearranged, or family matters needed more attention. Therefore, it is amazing to see that all of us are here today to receive our diploma and to celebrate our achievements. Additionally, I would like to highlight once more the advantages and benefits of the ETIA program. It is a unique combination of social and environmental sciences and has equipped us with distinctive knowledge about sustainability, technology, and international affairs. And this is now more important than ever, I believe. Hence, I'm grateful to be a graduate of this program and can only recommend it to others which are interested in these fields, and also ask to further promote it in public, and also to treat it as an equal to the MICE program here at the DA. Similarly, the DA would also profit from a stronger exchange with the TU, because we as core speakers have received a lot of feedback, mainly for the positive feedback, especially mainly for the second year at the TU from our colleagues. Nevertheless, I can only highlight the importance of the program once more, and I'm sure, thanks to it, we will all have a great path ahead of us and hope that together we find a solution to the climate crisis. My last words I would like to direct to my fellow students. Thank you for the great time we've had. Thank you for the experiences we've shared over the past 2 years. It's been a pleasure with you. I wish you all the best for your future life and career, and I'm looking forward to all our alumni meetings. But first of all, I'm looking forward to having a glass with all of you together outside to celebrate this day, to celebrate us. Of course, in a Corona-conform way. Thank you very much.
Please sit down. It's the last part of the ceremony. It's closing of ceremony. It's more than an obligation to say thank you to our musicians. Give them a round of applause, please. It's the Moritz Weiß Klezmer trio, Moritz Weiß on clarinet, Niki Altstoनुहु on guitar and percussion, and Maximilian Kreuzer on contrabass. I guess most of you understood why we have chosen them for such a program to be the musical entourage for us. Thank you very much. Well, I don't have to say anything, but that there will be a cocktail, and I enjoyed being with you the last 2 years. I hope the same is true for all of you. The ETIA program is very close to our heart here, because it's a difficult program, because students have to go from here to there, from one discipline to the other. It's a small group, but I think simply every graduation shows us it was the right decision to have this program and this course. Thank you for proving this. The curtain for you as students is with this moment going down. The curtain as an alumni and going into the world is going up. All the best for this. When you need something, you know, this is a family here. And you are now part of this family. So congratulations and enjoy the cocktail with us together. Thank you very much.